The truth is, Austin and his twin brother Hunter were really bullying Carmelo. And I'm going to explain this to you, so be sure to watch this video all the way to the end.
Word on the street is Austin was a bully. That's what they're not saying. They're not talking about that. Word on the street is Austin, who has a twin brother, tried to jump Carmelo with his twin brother. The twins tried to jump Carmelo. That's what they're not saying. They're not telling people the whole story. All they're saying is Carmelo was sitting under a tent and Austin asked him to move. He wouldn't move, and he dared Austin to touch him, which Austin did touch him, but then Austin went further and tried to remove him from the spot that he was sitting in, and that's when Carmelo stuck him in the chest with a knife and ended his life. Previous rivalry may have sparked tensions between him and Metcalf.
Now keep this in mind, because as Austin Brothers Hunter explained the story, he said that he didn't know Carmelo.
But wait, there's more. Kevin Hayes, a family member of Anthony's, backed up his claim of self-defense in a now viral Facebook post in which Hayes defended Anthony as a respectful, well-mannered young man and a 4.0 student with multiple college offers, as well as a kid with zero criminal history. He stated that Anthony defended himself against violent aggressors. He described the victim and his twin brother as bullies.
Now, one thing I know about bullies, and I want y'all to know I'm full MAGA. I stand 10 toes down on that. But one thing I know about bullies, if they bully one person, they bully other people. Austin was on a football team. He seems to be cocky. He's with his brother. If they were indeed bullies, there's going to be other kids that's going to be able to verify that.
He described the victim and his twin brother as bullies, alleging they tried to jump him, took Anthony's belongings, broke his phone, and stomped on it.
Now, this is what I meant when I said that all of this evidence should have receipts attached to it. Because if the Metcalf brothers really broke Carmelo's phone, then they have a broken phone and a stomped out broken phone as proof that Austin and his brother did this.
Kevin captioned his post, "The truth about Carmelo. Let's set the record straight. Enough with the misinformation. Let's talk about facts. 1. It's normal for students from different schools to gather under another school's tent."
Now, according to Austin's father and Carmelo's lawyer, the weather was really bad that day. And so that is why Carmelo was under that tent.
It started to rain, and they have their own little tent for Memorial.
Why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time.
See what I'm saying?
Carmelo had friends there. He wasn't trespassing or looking for trouble. 2. The claim that one of the twins had never seen Carmelo before, a blatant lie.
Now, Austin's brother Hunter is saying that he did not know Carmelo. I also included a clip so that you can hear his account of what happened. But in my opinion, in this clip, I believe that he was actually the aggressor and his brother Austin came in and helped him. I'll point it out as it goes along.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move.
The first point, he said we asked him to move.
We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said he needed to move.
Now that's the second point. He said, and his brother stepped in. So if his brother stepped in, that means that he was the one going back and forth with Carmelo. He said, my brother stepped in and asked him to move.
And my brother stepped in and said he needed to move. He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack.
He said Austin grabbed his backpack. That lets you know that Austin was grabbing his stuff. I believe that's when he grabbed his phone also and stomped on his phone.
Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my
Now, this part of the story, he breaks down, he can't finish, and I believe it's because of the rest of the story. He knew that him and his brother were bullying Carmelo. Had they not done that, his brother would be alive. But he cannot admit that in this moment. He can't say that I was the aggressor, me and my brother were bullying him. He can't say that, because that would mean that he would have to own up to the reason his brother is dead is because of him and his brother bullying Carmelo.
And I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw, and I try to help him, but.
Furthermore, there's a clip where Hunter's and Austin's father says that Hunter told him, "I don't know what I'm going to do without him. Austin's always had my back." His father says, "Well, I know."
My other son Hunter's like, "Dad, I can't go on because Austin always had my back." I said, "I know."
And this is why I truly feel that Hunter, not Austin, but Hunter, was the aggressor. But let's keep going.
3. No student has the right to remove another student from a school-owned tent. The school owns the tent, not the twins.
This furthermore proves them being bullies, because why wouldn't you go get an adult if it was that serious? If you really didn't want this person to be in your tent, which come to find out, it wasn't even their tent. But we're going to get there. But if it really was your tent, why wouldn't you go get a teacher, an adult, someone else to move, to tell Carmelo to move? Why would you think that you got what gives you the audacity to force somebody to move or to put your hands on someone to make them move?
4. Carmelo is a track athlete. The twins are not. He wasn't even expecting to see them there.
Did y'all hear that? The twins weren't even on the track team. They weren't even supposed to be there. Carmelo was on the track team. The twins played football. According to his father, Austin's passion was football. He was only doing track to increase his speed. And in this clip, when his father's explaining that, you see how he kind of curves the question a little bit, just saying that he was working on his speed.
He also was on the track and field team.
Austin was, football was his pride and joy.
Yeah.
He was working on track to increase his speed.
But Austin was not even on the track team, y'all.
Now, here's what they don't want you to know. The twins didn't just ask him to leave, they tried to jump him.
Now, in this clip is an eyewitness account to what happened. His daughters were on that track team, and he was there supporting his daughters, which happened to be in the same tent that Carmelo and this whole incident took place. Take a listen.
Anthony case, and I have to